Hello, Legacy enjoyers. We've got a fun one today. We are going to be playing the AnziD Eternal Legacy Showdown that starts in just a few minutes. This was an event that Magic Online players could qualify for this week by 5-0ing a league, top 8ing a challenge, or 3-1 or 4-0ing a prelim. And the response to this overall in the community has been fantastic. Prelims that would barely fire with 12 people are getting 60 each. Leagues have been super active. Challenges have been huge. Yeah, turnout's been great. I managed to 5-0 a league, not with Bant Nadu actually, but with Necrodominance. Let's see. I played this deck right here, which is, speedy, gross, good at 5-0ing leagues when people don't expect it because they expect me to be playing something more fair. So yeah, speaking of playing something more fair, but not completely fair, I'm playing Bant Nadu today. It's a deck that I played last week on the in a challenge and top 8'd. I played it yesterday in the MTGO Creator Showdown and went 3-2, which is okay, but I learned a lot. And I've made a couple small deck adjustments. One thing is I'm no longer in 4-color. I'm trying to make the deck a little bit more combo focused. And so when I did that, I kind of had to cut the superfluous cards like Grist and Leovold. And so all of a sudden we've got this. And then prismatic endings are a little bit, they're in the main deck as kind of this anti-hate piece. You can blow up Pithing Needles or whatever. Agatha's Soul Cauldron exists kind of as this mix of anti-Froginator, anti-Graveyard deck, but also if your Nomads dies and you eat a Nomad with your Soul Cauldron, anything that you play then gets the Nomad ability, so you get a lot of redundant Nomads that way. I was playing a Shaman Encore in this spot, but a couple of very good Bant Nadu players, specifically Michael Mapson, convinced me of Soul Cauldron, so I'm trying that out. And then over in the sideboard, I'm trying out, in addition to the usual suspects, a Deafening Silence and a Gadok Teague to kind of help me with the Mystic Forge and Eldrazi matchups. Teague being really good at stopping Kozilek's command, stuff like that. Deafening Silence is also just good against the Storm decks overall, where this deck can kind of just get rolled because it doesn't have enough pieces of interaction. But anyway, I'm excited to play this thing. I'll see you all for round one. Okay, here we are for round one. We're against Testacular, a friend of mine, who usually is playing green decks, Cradle control, that sort of thing. I'm going to keep this hand. It's got a force if things go horribly awry, pitching a Nadu, but really my plan here is to just try to combo off with the Nadu. So he once upon a time found a Misty, and he's using aforementioned Misty. I'm probably going to start off with some sort of Mana Dork as my guess. Or Reclaimer, yeah. Reclaimer is one of the best cards in their deck. And so I drew another land. I'm going to be getting that right out of here. I'm going to use the Flooded Strand because this is the only land in the deck that can't cast Dryad Arbor. I think I'm going to do this off of Savannah so that next turn I can play a Safekeeper and still fetch. So let's get that gone. And let's see what turn 2 has in store for us. A miracle? No. An ignoble hierarch. It's not very noble, but makes sense. Bogging me just to get the tap land out of the way. Okay, backup Nadu is actually quite nice because now I have a real card to pitch to force. But with this Windswept Heath, I'm probably going to do a green-blue Surveil. We've got a white of the Reliquary coming down, which is quite a good card. And a backup Reclaimer. Okay, so And a Cradle, oh my god. Okay, so quite a bit of pressure on me. Let's see here. Let's do a Hedge Maze. Green Sun is probably good because it's at worst a Bristly Bill next turn. So I'll put it on top. Yeah, I'll be able to combo next turn for sure. So I'll get a Karakas here. So 1, 2, 3. Play out the Nadu. And now next turn, I'm going to try to combo. Right now I'm just going to kind of try to wait a little bit. Let's see here. What does endurance coming down? Yeah, that's fine. Cradles are controlling me. And yeah, so I'll do Green Sun for 2, and then I'll start bristling with this bill. And hopefully that gets me deep enough that I can find a Nomad and combo off in full. That's my goal here. And I will force something that I have to, but I will see Green Sun for 1. Yeah, that's even if it's an Allosaurus Shepherd, I'm not going to waste it. Okay, Safekeeper. It's fine. Once upon a time. So I wonder what he's going to get here. Another white of the Reliquary, which he can cast with this Ignoble. So he can sack a creature to put a land into play to try to kind of foil my plans here. But yeah, I'm just going to take this 4. Take my beats. And now I will Green Sun for 2. 1, 2, 3. Green Sun, X equals 2. Let's get this Bristly Bill Spine Sour. And if he does anything as far as trying to exile one of my creatures, I was going to respond, but Bristly Bill into play. Land off the top. Let's target Nadu. And then, so first trigger on Nadu here. Flips a Nomad, fantastic. And then I can put a counter there. And now I can fetch a basic plains. I'll put another counter on Nadu. Just make Nadu big. That's great. Be good at like removing the Safekeeper, for instance. And now I play Nomads. And now Nomads can pop off, draw a bunch of cards. We are drawing a bunch of cards. We do need to hit a couple more lands. At some point, more lands would be fantastic. Please and thank you. There's a land. And I will put a counter on the Safekeeper as well. So that's the second trigger there. And now I can... Yeah, so this is triggered twice. These all have triggered twice, I think. Have I done Bill? Yeah, I've done Bill. So I can Prismatic Ending the Safekeeper, and then I can basically try to retake control of the board by drawing a ton more cards on my opponent's turn. So yeah, I'll get a Tundra here. I'll put a counter on Mr. Winged Wisdom, I believe. And then I will attack with aforementioned Nadu, I think. Yeah. 6/7 Nadu coming in. And then I can Prismatic Ending the Safekeeper. Just because that's the one that, yeah, forces the response at sorcery speed. And I will have to discard one card. I think I will discard the Halfling. And then on my opponent's turn, I'll kind of wait and see what I need to do. So 8 mana. Like a big green sun. Hoof directly. Hoof there. Green sun for 7. No, I'm not going to let that happen. We'll pitch a Nadu. And then I will draw a bunch of cards here. Okay, drew another force. That's nice. Another force. Okay. Not drawing lands, but that's okay. They're somewhere in the deck. I promise I got them in here somewhere. There we go. I'll pump up the Nadu again. So let's see. And I'll do Bill too. Why not? Okay, so now I'll go to blocks. I'll block. I'll put the next 3 or 4 damage from Nomads to Nadu. And we fade the... Oh no, Safekeeper. What did I do? I don't know what I did. That's okay. I have enough stuff that'll still be fine. I made a Moto-related goof, but I will survive. So first things first, 1, let's go 2, 3, let's play it to Fairy. Let's bounce the Safekeeper. Let's plow the white. Let's plow the white. Let's play a... Okay. Thank you. Yeah, I misdirected my or my Nomads. I thought Nomads does like the most recent. Yeah, I just blew up all my creatures with that Nomads. So I could bring in like a Gaddock Teague. Keen-Eye Curator doesn't do very much. Endurance might be good for like grinding the game harder, like through everything, but I could also see like Teague being good. Shutting down like the natural orders and what have you. The sideboard also plays a bunch of snuff outs, so maybe I want a couple of veils. Just as like protection for removal. I can see that. Go veil. I can cut like basic planes. No. I think I need all my lands. The stuff from that last game, like lands are tight. Gotta make one cut. I don't think it's Soul Cauldron because there's a lot of good abilities to go around. Could be one Zenith. I'll do that. Okay. On the draw here, but we do have Veil and Halfling and all that good stuff, as well as a turn 1 removal spell, so I'm pretty happy. Okay, so he's mulling to 6, I'm keeping 7. Okay, so Once Upon a Time to start, great way to do it. Good start to every story. What if Foothills is revealed? What if Foothills is used? Again, disguising as much information as possible. Bayou Hierarch really does kind of feel like there's a Thoughtseize or Snuff Out coming. I think I'm gonna do green-white with this, and I'm gonna limit the mana development and just get this Hierarch out of here. I could hold up Veil, but there's nothing in my hand that's that valuable right now for getting Thoughtseized. Like I don't have my Nadu or anything, so. Okay, so Noble and Cradle. So if I can remove this Noble, Cradle doesn't work either. So I will Surveil first. Okay, another removal spell on top makes this choice really easy, because now I'm just swimming in removal, which lets me combo safely. 2 mana up for Karn, 3 cards in hand makes it sound like Snuff Outs are around. I'm gonna hold up this Veil. I'll Brainstorm next turn. I just don't want to get Brainstorm locked. And I can still like use Green Sun, or sorry, use Plow on Karn's turn, which I will do. Get out of here, Reclaimer. Moving all the stuff. Okay, so hit a land drop. I think I'm actually going to wait one more turn to Brainstorm, because I like the cards in my hand. Kind of want to have at least one dud before I Brainstorm. And I think I'm in pretty good control of the game. Yeah, he's not casting much. I'm not going to fetch because I want to use my Brainstorm. Okay, now I have a dead Tundra, so let's Brainstorm. Oh, we hit all the duds. So we'll put away Arbor and Forest. We'll play this out. I'm going to attack for 2. And then on Karn's end step here, what I'm going to do is I'll first fetch an Arbor, and then I'll fetch a Surveil Land. Looks like he'll have his own Dryad Arbor if that's what he wants. So first Arbor, first the tree, otherwise setting up the Surveil doesn't matter. Let's find a Nadu. That's a forest. Ponder. Ponder is kind of the first step to finding a Nadu. Those are not Nadu. That's a Nadu. Okay, so let's play this. Go 1, 2, 3. I'm holding up Veil of Summer and Plow with my mana. Okay, so now I Veil. And there's another Snuff Out. Rude. I do get to Veil at least now. estimate life. Yeah, it did. Okay. Drew the bill. Can't cast the bill. But that's okay. The price we pay for okay, so end step, if he fetches Dryad Arbor, I'm gonna plow it because it puts him from 4 mana down to 2. I'm trying to give you life back though. I've used 3 plows and a prismatic. It's a lot of stuff. Yeah, Karn is great. If you've ever met him, he is a delight. Very great Magic player, but very kind human too, and a good player. Okay. Oh no, more Naduing. Okay, fine. That's okay. I found a backup Nadu. Three snuff outs to go against my 3 plows, huh? So let's go. 1, 2, 3. Backup Nadu. Play this. I can target my Dryad Arbor, make it big. And then it hits another land. I can do that again. Found a Teferi. That's pretty good. Okay, so now I can fetch. I'm going to fetch an untapped land so that if I hit with Teferi, I mean, if this hits a land, I can combo off, or I can play Teferi and still attack with Arbor. Okay, well, I didn't hit. That's okay. I think my plan is to attack with Arbor and put him to 2. Okay, yeah, this is a very convincing spot for me. It's unlikely to lose from here. I mean, I guess if this game keeps going, we find a way, then that's one thing, but all right, GG's. GG's, Karen. I hope you can 0-1 into victory. I've seen you do it before, or at least meet me in the finals. I'll see you all for round 2. Hello, we're here for round 2. We might be against Cradle Control again. This hand is a little bit speculative as far as my keep goes, but I am kind of banking on, like, there's no green source, but I am kind of banking on this brainstorm to fix me right up. And then I'd be able to green sun to shuffle, so I wouldn't even necessarily need to hit a fetch line, just a green source. It appears that it probably is Cradle Control. Okay, hit the green source. Thank you. You're going to be in this one. That was nice. A nice thank you, love the vids. Very cool. Let's go. Yeah, I'm gonna go turn 1. Green sun for Arbor. And so the thought here is that I can now turn 2 the Nadu and then basically search for the Nomad off a Brainstorm after that. And that's a pretty fast combo. And if I need to pitch Brainstorm to Force, then that's what I will do. But for right now, I'm going to let this white resolve. I'm going to take the hit. Ouch. Okay, that's also fantastic because it means that at the very least I'll be able to do a green suns for 2 on my next turn in order to get a Bristly Bill. And then have a land drop to follow. So things are looking okay. Verdant Catacombs return. I will have to force a natural order. Second white seems okay. +1/+1 for each creature in the yard. It's going to attack as a potentially 4/4, so I can't block it. 2 more mana. Third white. Okay. Whites on whites. I could attack, and they could just sacrifice the ignoble, but I get it. Oh, well. Sometimes we just get lucky, huh? Do I play the Green Sun for Bristly Bill first? No, I don't think so. I'm going to use my Brainstorm here to try to stack lands on top. Oh, he's going to phase out my Nadu here. Still be able to draw a bunch of cards on his turn. Or on my next turn, I suppose. So I draw a card. The Ponder. And we phase out the Nadu. Okay, so I am going to Brainstorm now. And to back up Nadu. And a Windswept Heath, so I could combo here a little more. Put away Curator and a Ponder. Then I could just play a Nadu and go. No, I already played a land for turn. That was a mistake then. I want a Green Sun for 1. To get a Noble Hierarch? I think so. I just kind of want more mana available to me next turn. Or let's get a Safekeeper. Yeah, this way we can't get screwed over on stuff getting Talon-Gates and what have you. Still fine-tuning this overlay here. I built this in like 10 minutes before the event. Maybe I should make this a little higher. I think before the next round I'm going to fix this border to come up to here. Then that will look nice. I'm mousing in the lower right, by the way. Like kind of in this area. Okay, so I want this to come up to here. The red line. Yeah, so I'll just fix that. I realized that this way I'm not getting, stuff chopped off on the side of the window anymore. I had my bottom hotbar, my menu, my start menu, I had cut off so my whole ratio is slightly off on my monitor or on my recording screen. But I realized I could just put the whole thing, or someone suggested, to be honest, the whole thing to a regular resolution, then just put a little overlay. And since yesterday I streamed the MTGO Creator Showdown, I decided to, and I made an overlay for that. I just kind of made a simplified version of this one, in 5 minutes this morning, to have a recording overlay too. So I'll fix that after this round. Okay, another Talon-Gate. What are we gating? What are we phasing out? The Nomad, that's fine. Four mana? No, green. More greens are required for natural ordering. Yeah, so I will force that, pitching this Nadu. And that should work. Okay. Bun's coming in with a bunch of damage. That's fine, to be expected, I suppose. Okay, so now I have land drops galore. So let's start drawing cards. Hidden lands, it's nice. Hit a green sun, perfect. So 1, 2, and 3. Green sun for 2. Get Mr. William in play. Bristly William. Did I already do my nomad twice? I did. Target Nadu. Target Nadu again. Hit a plow. Okay. Let's target Dryad Arbor. Okay. Opponents had enough. So I do think the sideboarding last time made sense of bringing in Veil. I saw all those snuff outs and the like. So what I cut last time? Soul Cauldron. That was a weird big black box. Yeah, the cuts are a little bit hard. Curator, Soul Cauldron, but Soul Cauldron has so many like relevant hits. Like they can kill a Nomad and then I can Soul Cauldron it. So keep the Soul Cauldron, cut Keen-Eyed Curator and a Green Sun, I think is what I did last time. And I think I kind of like that again. Okay. Okay, so on the draw, this hand, it forces no blue card, but it has a Prismatic Ending, a Green Sun. I think it's a keep. And then I'll probably Prismatic Ending the turn 1 play, just to slow them down a little bit. And then, depending upon what I draw, this Green Sun might get a Mana Dork, it might get, a Nadu if we were finding the right stuff, like if we find a Nomads on our own. I'm getting Thoughtseize now, so my plan is whatever my opponent lets it be. Okay, they took my Green Sun, so my options are limited. I'll play a Trop, hold up Veil for, a second Thoughtseize or whatever. And if they play a 2-drop, I can just Prismatic Ending it. Prismatically end it. Like White of the Reliquary, for instance. Okay, Noble Hierarch, regular one. Okay, I'm no longer going to blow this ending on Mana Dorks because they have so much mana. I think I'm going to get a Misty, or play the Misty out just as a means of trying to sculpt, control the top of my deck. I don't currently have a blue card for this force, but this tropical is unknown. So for all they know, it could be. I think I set up a brainstorm looking thing here, right? They've been a forest. 1, 2, white, okay. Another ignoble, so this one comes in for 3. Yep, I feel good about not fighting over the mana. Let's fight over the action. So let's get white into play, or, blue-white. Found a Nomad, that's pretty good. So I will go here and I'll go blue, white, and prismatically end the white of the reliquary. And again, I'm pretending this Trop is a blue card as far as how I'm playing this to keep my hand unknown. But I don't think it's going to matter. I think I'm going to get natural ordered here anyway. Yeah, I wish I did have a blue card, but I don't. So this is going to be a serious challenge to fight through. Hoof does lethal. 9 plus 8, 17. So we're dead. Going off into the sideboard, yeah. This is a low blue count deck, by the way. It's like 17. And so you really do feel it sometimes. And the secret, or the thing is about blue count is like there's no one number where it like magically goes from like completely not fine to like completely fine. That's just not how this works. You every blue card you have just increases the odds that you have the blue card for force, and that's just how it goes, like little percents here and there. And so yeah, we didn't have the blue card. I sure tried to bluff it, but that's how these things go. Okay, on the play for game 3, this hand seems solid. I'll keep it. I'm basically going to try to hold up Veil this whole time, especially since I have a plow and ponder and can sculpt very well. So I'll lead on Misty, I think. And then if my opponent doesn't do anything that I need to Veil about, I will fetch a green-blue Surveil land. Yeah, I'm not going to fight over the mana this time around either. Or I'll go blue-white so I can ponder as well. Teferi I don't want right now. That's pretty good, maybe. But I can't play it and hold up Veil, so ponder first. Halfling and plow. We'll take the plow, I guess. And then see where this takes me. Yeah, I'm not too concerned with this noble right now. I don't want to fight the mana. I think I want to fight the meaningful creatures. Two mana, White of the Reliquary. That is a meaningful creature. I think I'm going to get green-white with this. And I'll plow on end step. Yeah, so green-white, Savannah. Plow the White of the Reliquary. Drew that, which is also quite nice. I think I play the Noble, play the land. I pass the turn. So now I'm holding up Veil, I'm holding up Plow. So holding up Veil with this, so we Veil the Thoughtseize. And found a Safekeeper. So now depending upon what my opponent does, I might actually Plow the Dork if there's nothing better to do. They play a White of the Reliquary though, I'm going to get rid of that. X equals 2. Yeah, I mean, I'm just going to Plow this. Okay, so now I'm going to Green Sun for X equals 3. 2, 3, 4. Or actually, first I play a Safekeeper. Because this way I don't lose my stuff if there's a snuff out or whatever. Now Green Sun for 3. Get a Nadu. And I don't think I blow anything yet. Maybe I do. If I hit a land here, what does that get me? Nothing, right? I'm just going to wait. Wait a little bit and then see if I can untap to use the Safekeeper. Thoughtseize, go for it. Ignoble, yep. X equals 2. Yep. Another white, it would seem. Okay. So now I'm going to start using the Safekeeper to try to draw cards. So I'll float blue. Target itself. Drew nomads. Okay, we're good here. So now I can. Yep, got lucky, but I mean I had a lot of draws to get there. Yeah, normally I have kind of silly runs of a ton of misses, but today I got lucky. Okay, so now I can brainstorm. I can put these 2 lands on top, and then I can draw them, flip them with Nomad. And then I can play 1, 2, 3 Green Sun for Bill. And then hopefully hit more lands. I don't really need to, I guess. I'm doing just fine. Okay, prismatic ending. Did I use all my stuff? I did, right? So I could just prismatically end an ignoble hierarch. I don't think that's worth it. I think I would rather just attack with the Nadu. Get my Exalted trigger. GG's. Okay, opponents had enough, and yeah, I am, pretty stocked up. So got the match, beat Cradle again. I'll see you all for round 3. Oh, and I'm going to fix this little Maxtortion MTG thing to be taller. Okay, so we are here for round 3. My opponent is a bit behind on clock due to some unfortunate, life circumstances. You'll be in this video. Yeah, my opponent's very kind. Just some unfortunate stuff happened for life, but so they're a bit behind on clock. But yeah, we'll play our best match and see how things go. They usually play blue-black tempo, and so I would not be surprised to see that. And Underground Sea Thoughtseize, it could be Froginator, could be tempo, could be Doomsday, but probably tempo given their match history. Taking the Nadu also kind of confirms that to a degree. Bristly Bill, let's see. So I think I'm going to lead on Windswept Heath and pass. On the end step, I'm probably going to fetch and get a blue-white land. They're brainstorming for more lands here, probably, or action or what have you. They know I don't have days, so they're not too concerned about pre-playing a land also. So they could have everything, like as far as lands go, and just holding it back since they're not worried about being dazed. There's a fetch land. Okay. They play a 1-drop threat. I'm not actually going to fetch. I'm going to... Okay, they didn't play a threat, but what I was going to say is that I'm not going to fetch. I would just Savannah Impending and save this fetch. So now I'm going to go blue-white Surveil. Blue-green Surveil, actually. If I draw Mana Dark, I can use it. Brainstorm on top. We like that. I'll play a land now, and I'll Brainstorm. And if I hit a Mana Dork, which I didn't, I was going to say I would probably fetch away fetch the Savannah back and then forward to play it. Since I didn't put it, I will put a Between these two removal spells, I don't really think I need the force. So I'll put the force away and then pass the turn. And if no action needs to be taken, I'll fetch up the blue-white, what's it called? Meticulous Archive. I'm going to try to play around my opponent's dazes for as much of this game as possible. There's a Psychic Frog, so I'm not going to plow it here. I'm just going to get Meticulous Archive. I don't need another land. So here what I'm going to do is I'm going to go play the known land, go white, blue, play the known removal spell, white-green, and ending the frog. And it gets removed, okay. Just trying to use my mana efficiently while playing around days. Kind of an oxymoron there, but it seems like it's what I want to do. Another frog. Again, I'm not going to play into days. I'll just pass. Drew a nomad, which I don't necessarily want to play just yet. So let's go plow the frog. And maybe I will brainstorm now, see what we can find. Set up our hand. Guess we found 2 nomads, so all of a sudden I'm way more interested in nomading. I'm going to put Bristly Bill and Nadu on top because I want to protect them from like a Thoughtseize. I can play this land, I can play Halfling. I guess I can play Nomad and then I can play Halfling into days because I have a Nadu on top anyway. So I play that, I play the Halfling. Halfling is getting played into days here. It probably will get dazed. But I'm okay with that because I'm anticipating wanting to use all of my mana next turn. Black, black. Okay, well, the sheriff got shot. Goodbye, Nomad. Now maybe this gets dazed? Yeah. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is next turn I'm going to play my Nadu and then play Nomad. And that way if it gets removed, I have to at least play play into days, or play around days, I mean. What am I trying to say? The Nomad gets dazed, not the Nadu. That's what I'm trying to say. Green. Blue. Nadu. Nomad. And then we draw a Bristly Bill, among other things. Okay, opponent has seen enough for that game. So against tempo, I think I want to cut the 4 Forcibles. I want to cut the Keen-Eyed Curator. I want to bring in Carpets and Veils. And maybe Endurance, just as like a decent sized blocker. And a way to kind of clear their graveyard for like Nethergoyf stuff. I think it might just be that straightforward. Let's run it back. I hope you all like my overlay that I made between rounds, by the way. Fixed up the thing that was bugging me before about this like bottom right area. Add a little gradient to the color bar, put my socials. Okay, so this has lots of cool stuff, but no white. I think I've got a mullet. This is more stable. I will keep. I will put away one of my 2 nomads. So, depending upon how my opponent opens, like on a threat versus a Thoughtseize. So Thoughtseize, I can probably afford to take things slow. If there was a threat, I'd probably have to play into days. Plow means there's probably a bunch of threats. Veil being a surprise is actually quite nice. I can use that to my advantage. Well, there's the frog. So let's go green, blue. I already have a brainstorm, and I think I just need to draw action. I'm kind of tight on lands. Okay, I'm gonna green sun for 1 here. I'm gonna get a noble. Just kind of get my mana under me, basically. I'm gonna end up taking a hit at least from this frog, maybe more. The frog is coming in. I'm not blocking. Ouch. Okay. What's the follow-up? Fatal push? Yeah, good call. Hopefully not followed by a wasteland or something. I don't know why I keep putting these things into the universe by like saying them out loud, but okay, not a wasteland. What's happening? Oh, Murktide. Opponent's just trying to close the game out quickly. Probably a good call. Soul Cauldron. I'm going to brainstorm. I did successfully hit land. Did not hit a way to remove the Murktide. I did hit a way to remove the frog. Does that matter? Yeah, I think that matters. So I'll put away Soul Cauldron. Or just is Matt getting Veil because I just don't have extra mana? And then I play a Nomad and I green sun for 0. Yeah, I play out this Nomad. So I'm okay getting killed because I have the Soul Cauldron. I green sun for 0. Get Arbor. Then I pass. Okay. So next turn I have at least 4 mana, as long as it all survives. Taking a bunch of damage here. Which is unfortunate, but what we signed up for. Now, what does my opponent follow up with? Cantripping, brainstorming into like counter magic, probably. Okay, a wasteland is now in order. What gets killed? The Caracas, my white. Okay. Well, I drew more white. Can I afford to take a turn off to play around days here? Here's the question. Does that benefit me enough to do? I don't think it does. But they have 3 cards in hand. It's got to be some sort of removal spell. Something like that. Yeah, I mean, I'm going to try it. So I'll get white again. You will get basic planes. Green for 3. And this gets dazed or something. Okay, it gets forced, which I could not prevent. I suppose I will attack with the Nomad since I'm not blocking with it. No, I guess I do have to block with it. Otherwise, I just die. Essentially. Because this Murktide's a functional 7/7, and this frog can push through lethal by discarding. Yeah, so opponent's just pumping this up and killing me this way. I am dead. That's kind of why I had to go for it too. Okay. So on the play, I don't really think I want to change much here. I think that I just didn't hit the right part of my deck. Got a little bit tight on mana. Let's run it back. And yeah, I can see it there because like my opponent had it and they're so low on clock. I don't want to time them out. Like if the game drags on and they just like time out naturally, it's like so be it. But it seemed really cool, and I don't want to like ruin their day when like real life came up. Like they're double queuing or something and they time out. Like I'll make them play that through because I don't want to reward that behavior. But like, you know, your kid gets hurt. That happens to me quite a bit. Like you have to run off and do things. Like I was streaming yesterday, and like my first round, I was basically running up and down the stairs constantly during it, and I made mistakes due to that. Like, unfortunately, those kinds of things happen sometimes, and I just want to be a kind opponent whenever possible, you know? On the play for game 3. Yeah, this seems solid. So I'm going to lead on Carpet. Because I think that playing Carpet will kind of dissuade my opponent from enacting their game plan as quickly as they want to. It's like the most powerful mana dork. Because also if they like just sit on fetches or whatever, I'm like super happy about that. They're not wasting time. They understand how to deal with Carpet. They're like, okay, fine, you got a Carpet. What of it? So on my turn, I'll run out a Bristly Bill, then play a land, and play a Nomad. So I'll say yes. I'll add green, green, green. Play out Mr. William. Play land, put a counter on Bill. Play out Nomad. Okay, so now, at the very least, even if things get removed, I have Bill going. Mr. Billy. There's some changes to the interface yesterday on Moto, like things don't highlight the way they used to and stuff, and it's kind of throwing me. And now to get an enlarged card, just kind of hover over it, which is weird. But the main thing that's throwing me is like just the non-hovering thing. We'll see if I make too many mistakes with like nomads and stuff due to that. Hopefully I don't. Outside of round 1 where Curran was super cool with me. Yeah, they're, you know, fetching a non-island. And yep, Bristly Bill is gone. Okay, so I'll say yes to this. Or I'm gonna say no. Play that. Attack. Just want to set up a little more. There's no point playing into days with my last spell. If I had more stuff to do, I would do it, but right now I don't. So I'll just hold this and I can do some surveilling. Since this is my last spell, I want to just like keep it tight. There's a frog. Let's go blue, green. No more land, please. Okay, so I'll say yes. Green. 1, 2, 3 green suns for 3. This might get forced. Could not get forced fast enough. Now I'll play a halfling down. Okay, and I'll pass. So I just need to find some action now. Action, action, action. That's what we need. Opponent liked the card on top of their library, which is never good for me. It might have been Tamiyo. Maybe they have a brainstorm coming. Looks like they do. So Tamiyo is flipping, which means also that like this fatal push at the minimum can be rebought by their next turn. Okay, so yeah, Tamiyo has flipped. Tamiyo is probably plussing. Yep. Okay, Frog is in. Do I block with the halfling to deny them a card? I don't think so. You guys let it go. They're fetching because they know their top card and don't want it. I have so much mana. Hey, it's a Nadu. So let's say yes to that. But green, green, and blue. 1, 2, 3. Nomad's probably getting killed here. It's very sad. And I'll just pass the turn. Okay, so now Tamiyo can rebuy Fatal Push at the very least. That could kill this Nadu, assuming that they find a fetch land for it. Wasteland. Okay, so I draw a card. It's a land. I suppose I lose the Nadu. There's nothing I can do about that. Tamiyo is going up. Okay. This is rough. Let's fetch. Let's get an archive. Green Sun, yes. Green, green, green. And white, I suppose. Green Sun. Hopefully, okay, this does resolve. I think Nadu is still the pick. Even more than Endurance. Endurance does really screw up my opponent though, so they lose their access to these fatal pushes. Lose the graveyard for a Murktide. Tamiyo would be at risk of not being able to survive if she comes back down. Do I get Endurance here or do I just get Nadu? This is a hard choice. Feels so rotten. What do I do? What do I do? What do I do? I'm really unsure on this play. I'm just going to get Nadu, because if it's wrong, it's not that wrong. And since Tamio went upstairs, I am just going to hang. Okay, Bowmaster coming in. Okay. What's happening now? Brainstorm? Ponder? 3, 4. Kaito. Bane of Nightmares. Tapping a creature of mine? Yes. Oh, okay, that's really good. Okay, stunning. So Tamio's at full power. Frog is flying. Yep. Okay, so Frog connects, draws a card. But at the very least, this Soul Cauldron is uncounterable because of Halfling. So I'll say yes to this. And I'll add white mana. And I'll cast Soul Cauldron with blue, white. I will tap this, target my nomads, put a counter on Halfling. And Druid Endurance, fantastic. Okay, so always yield. Sure. So then Halfling can target itself. Druid to Fairy 2, that's great. And now I can do this. Okay, so now I can go green, green, or I know what to do. I'm going to basically have a crazy second main phase. So I'm going to go like this, or like this, sorry. And then I'm going to play to Fairy. I'm going to bounce my carpet. That deals a point of damage. Fairy's down. Sorry, Taffy boy. Now I'm going to go carpet, carpet. And then I can move into my second main phase. Yes to add lots of green and lots of white. Then I can cast Endurance using 2 greens and a white. I can target myself now. That Bristly Bill goes back into there. Then I can target this. Get 2 more triggers. Veil, that's good. Okay, now I can play out a Nomad. Nomad can target itself too. An Arbor. A Plow. What I'm really looking for is a Prismatic Ending, which I now found. So now I can use this Prismatic Ending on Tamio. Semantic ending, Tameo, pay white. Done. Okay, now I can play a plow on GG's. Plow on Psychic Frog. And I still have Veil up. I can play another land, which I will put here. I will plow the Bowmaster. And opponents reminiscing or reflecting on the game. You were low on time. So I think just making a play. So yeah, that Soul Cauldron obviously was basically huge for winning that game. You too. Hope your son's okay. Okay, cool. Anyway, so yeah, we did end up getting this game. I'm not going to use the Veil yet. And ship it back to my opponent. Yeah, so yeah, I'm just chatting. All right, I'm going to stop the recording while we just chat. I'll see you all for round 4. We're 3-0. All right, there we go. And still one match in progress. We weren't even the last ones. It's Cliff Boyardee versus Grand, 31-31. Hello, we're back for round 4 against Farah MTG, who's also last seen on blue-black tempo. This hand seems solid, I'll keep it. I think I'm going to lead on Basic Island. I'm going to try to play off basics with this hand since I already have basic. So if they lead on like a Tameo here, I will brainstorm in response. Okay, resolved instantly. Put away Force. Let's put away one of the Nadus that will redraw. Now I will fetch basic planes. I'm going to plow this Tameo. The next turn I'll probably play out to Fairy or maybe Nadu. Depends. I think I'll run out of Nadu if there's no threat in play. I'll run out of Teferi if there is. Chose not to shuffle. Also, if I get Thought Seized, I'll play the one I have a choice about. So holding up the Tarn, Teferi is probably more annoying. Because they can't like Fatal Push a Teferi or whatever. Obviously this plays right into Days, but it didn't have it. I'm gonna plus Teferi. Make it harder to remove. Now they have to operate at sorcery speed, and I will have Nadu and stuff. Okay. They binned a brainstorm, so they're looking for like answers. They're probably flooded on like cantrips and stuff. Baleful Strix is in. A very modest fair card. Yeah, they're playing just like blue-black mid-range tempo. And I am playing some unfair stuff in not doing it. I'll plus to Fairy. I'll play out the Nadu using my mana efficiently. I can potentially force pitch if I want to. I could also just like let it go if it gets removed. This wasteland does nothing because I fetched all basics. Very clever of me. This could be a Kaito, but looks like it is. Very cool. So Teferi takes 3 down to 3. And now the question becomes, do they stun my Nadu? They probably have to. Oh. So I draw a card, drew a force, so now I'll force pitch Nadu. Because they're out of stuff to do. They can tap my Nadu, I think they have to. They've used all their mana, which is why I forced it there. Okay, they plus to get an emblem. That's fine too. Let's start with the nomads. Start comboing a little bit. See what we draw before I figure out how I want to use Teferi. Cool. Opponent's seen enough. Up a game against Tempo. I liked my boarding plan from last time. So I'm just going to do it again. Not going to overthink it. None of these other cards really hit. But I had like Path to Exile that I know like Tagorius plays and some other people that would come in over the Endurance. Since I don't, Endurance it is. But also consider that Endurance being like 1 force while I'm on the draw. Which I am right now and could have done. Okay, this hand. This is the Greedy Keep. I hope it works. But I'm basically relying on my draw step and this hedge maze to find me what I need. Looks like they might be doing the same with that quick bin of Tamiyo. Come on, land. That technically counts. Because if it passes a turn, it's a Dryad Arbor. And then Carpet. Okay. Strix is in. Do I run the Carpet into Daze is the question. I think so, because the upside is so high if it resolves, which it did. Say yes. I'll put 2 mana, 2 green. I'll actually play out the Soul Cauldron. Now I'm going to eat this Tamiyo, put a counter on my Arbor before it can get like Bowmastered. I like that. Okay. Well, still died, but that's fine. Now I can add white mana. Or do I have blue? No, because if I get Bowmaster, that would be rough. I'll say yes, add white. I'll play out the Nomad. Play out the Noble. Now if the Nomad gets killed, I could pump the Noble. I could also plow the Strix. I don't think that's worth it. I don't think it's enough of an imminent threat. If they remove one of the creatures, I will give the other one a counter. Okay. Looks like we're good for now. Wasteland is sad, but we make do. Okay, what's happening now? Fatal Push, okay. So while this is happening, I'm going to Soul Cauldron my Dryad Arbor. Because if they play a Bowmaster in response, I can redirect the damage to kill the Hierarch. Hierarch is down. This can now add green. That's funny. Okay, so now let's say yes, and I'll add a bunch of blue. I'll tap this for green. Play out a Nadu. That gets forced. Since I don't have my own forces, I'm just going to ponder when this all resolves. Could get Bowmaster. So let's see where he puts the triggers, because if it's on the Nomad, I'll grow it again. Targeting me, okay. Perfect. 1, 2, 3. No shuffle. Targets me, yep. I play this land. I'll go for a blue-green. Or green-white. And I can use blue for Brainstorm. Blue-green seems better. On average right now. Okay. And then I will, on end step, probably exile Noble Hierarch. To pump up the halfling. Opponent's fighting hard here, chose not to shuffle. I will block here. I will eat my Noble Hierarch. Put a counter on halfling. And that was enough. My opponent didn't like that exchange and thinks they're too far behind. So yeah, we got the match. We're 4-0 now, and I will see you all for round 5. Hello, we're back for round 5. Oh, max violence. Ooh, it's my buddy Max. Unfortunately, I've got a mulligan this one. Looks like he got the pair up. I'll keep this, and I'll put away a land. He's on Painter today, I believe. One sec. It looks like he is 3-1 in this tournament, but that's all right. I'm 4-0, and if there's an odd number, which there is, there's 15, someone gets the pair down. Crusher, that's funny. Try to be. ABC, always be crushing. Let's lead on the Hierarch. And let's see what his turn 2 looks like. It's a Saga, okay. I can Teferi bounce it. Yes, I think what I'm going to do here is I'm going to force the Engineer. Then I'm going to Teferi bounce the Saga. Slow him way down. Let's go blue-white here. 1, 2, 3. Teferi. Bounce. And now, next turn, I have a Nadu available and a Green Sun. Or I can plus to Green Sun at instant speed, which is pretty cool. Teferi's gone, so I can no longer plus to green sun at instant speed. But new Teferi. Yeah, I think it's enough of a, because I can bounce the land, I think it's such a huge setback that it's worth doing. And I found a land of my own. And I found a Nadu of my own. I am rude. I'm a rude dude. No. Max is saying, stop, I have to hit lands. And I said, no. No stopping. Just bouncing the saga. Okay, well, Teferi's dead. But I can probably, yeah, green. I'll start with the Nadu. And then I'll play the Nomad. Okay, cool. We are comboing now. Okay, so against Painter, I think what I want is I want Consign, like 2 Consigns, Hydroblasts. Endurance is good. The graveyard pieces are good. Forces are like, of all the Blood Moon type stuff. But I think on the draw, I want to maybe keep one. I cut a Safekeeper. Cut a Safekeeper and kind of just do that. Keep 2 forces in case I get like Blood Moon or whatever. That seems reasonable. Oh, Collect Roof. Seems good. Maybe I can cut one of my forces for that. Let's think. I actually think outside the literal grindstone combo, he doesn't have that many artifact activations. And I don't want to show off my Soul Cauldron, so I'm going to get rid of the oof. No oof right now. Okay, this seems solid. Uber go into 6. Okay, taps Arena of Glory. Glorious. I'm going to leave open the Swords to Plowshares in case a hasty thing gives me a problem. Okay, just a regular welder, huh? Okay. I don't want it though, so I'm going to clear it, I think, just right now. Get a basic plains. Clear the welder. And now I'll play a Misty and pass. I think I'm going to use my basic island Brainstorm and then Green Sun to clear it. Okay, Bristly Bill and Consign are both pretty good. Put these away. I can fetch out basic Forest and play Bristly Bill and hold up Consign to memory. 1, 2. Hold up Bill, or play Bill, hold up Consign. And I think this is just constructs coming in. Getting constructed. So I could counter this triggered ability. Not this activated one, but I think that I would rather either brainstorm or consign something on the stack. Vexing Bauble is not a big concern for me. So 1, 2, 3. Might get Monkey Blasted. Okay, I'm getting Monkey Blasted here. Oh, I'm getting Monkey Deaded. Monkey dead. Dead monkeys. Okay, Force is no good. And then I'll redraw the fetch land. Yep. Okay, so I'm taking a lot of heat next turn. I can just green sun for a Nadu. And hope that, at the very least, that cantripping me gets me closer to where I want to be. Is that what I want to do? It does seem kind of reasonable. Otherwise, I'm just like so far behind if I just like do like pondering and nomad stuff. Or if I ponder for nomad, or like I fetch, ponder, try to find nomad and plow, and maybe that's better. So yeah, I'll ponder first, even though nomad top card. Found a Nadu, great. So now green sun can get. I cut the Sylvan Safekeeper and my Bristly Bill is dead. No shuffle, but I can still play the Nadu. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do here. So I'll play Nadu off of probably, I have green white here, so I'll do it off of like blue white. Am I going to need a lot of green? Potentially need a lot of green. I'll do it off of a tropical. So blue, white, green, Nadu. Okay, getting monkey blasted. Okay. Rough beats, but what you gonna do? City? Oh no. That's okay. I have my basics out. Okay, so now I will play this. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Green sun for 3. Done. You get endurance on this one. Target myself because I want like Bristly Bill and stuff back in the deck. And then assuming that he attacks with both cards, I'm going to block a construct and then plow the other one, and I'll be able to eat them. 3. Spirit Guide, yeah. Oh. Clever, clever man. Okay, so we eat that. Okay, so now what do? I can just hit the Vexing Bauble. Hit the Blood Moon. Unlocks my fetches. Could hit the Construct. I think now what I want to do is just hit the Construct with this Prismatic Ending. I'm going to hold off on the land in case I gotta find a Bristly Bill, like Green Sun for Bill. And I have consign up for anything colorless that plays. Nothing so far. Halfling is in. I'm delighted about that. Yeah, I'm just hanging back. No reason to risk dying. 3. More monkeys. Only bangers, yep. Ponder. Green Sun. Perfect. Do I Green Sun for Keen-Eyed Curator, though? Probably. It's huge right now. 1, 2, 3. No shuffle. So 1, 2, 3. Green Sun X equals 2. Get a Keen-Eyed Curator. And this can, because Urza Saga is 2 types, I only need to exile 3 cards, so this is a functional 7/7. So because of that, I think I can send with Endurance. No, Endurance gets double blocked. That's bad. No sending with Endurance. So, eat the Saga. Eat the Bauble. Eat the Dead Gone. Now we're at 7/7. And I think we drew a Nadu, basically, just right here. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Green Sun X equals 3. Let's make this one a Nadu. I'll attack with the 7/7. I have a lot of stuff up for defense. And I can consign away anything I'm afraid of. So Nadu triggers, hit a land, Nadu dies. Goodbye, Nadu. It was not nice knowing you. 3. Fable, gross. I think I'm gonna actually consign this trigger. I'll replicate, why not? Because this token has a little bit too much value right now as far as the race goes, given I'm only at 4 life. Okay, let's see what I draw. Land, that's not great. Let's attack. Could attack for 10 here, but I think that's still not worth. Just 7. Hold the land back. So now Max is going to discard cards. Try to hit some bangers. Pitch an engineer in a tomb. Engineer's no good with this curator about. Got a keen eye for that sort of thing. Yeah, may as well just nuke the yard. Get those things out of here. I drew a force, which I cannot currently cast. I believe that I attack with just the curator still. Yeah. And then Fable flips. Mountain, is this like a Fury? It is like a Fury. Gross. This kills my endurance, but this is why I left it back. So he attacks with both, I have to chump with the halfling. Oh. Okay. Get another land. So if I attack, he can soak up basically non-lethal damage. You can double block the Simian Spirit Guide. Yeah, you can attack, or I attack. Yeah. He blocks with both guides. Takes 3, goes to 1. And I just hang back. Unfortunately, I am dead on board to this, but yep. Cannot force with the single island, and yeah, we did. Alright, match is tied, 1-1. So on the play for game 3, anything we want to change? Yeah, I kind of want a Sylvan Safekeeper. I'm kind of forced to make it happen. My cards are not clicking. Let's see. Do I want to ferry over a Force of Will, like a random force? Maybe? On the play, I think I do. Yeah, let's do that. All right, on the play for game 3. This hand seems great. Turn 1, I'll do a basic. I'll do a Savannah into Dryad Arbor. Yeah. Yeah, Savannah Arbor. Or I could get basic Forest Arbor. Maybe he cut his Blood Moons after they weren't that effective last game. I think on average, I'm better off having the Savannah here. Obviously, this is a risk. Then I can Green Sun for 2 to get the Keen-Eyed Curator if I find an untapped land. Not find an untapped land. Let's Green Sun for 1. Get a Sylvan Safekeeper. Play a land, try to find another land. Found a Brainstorm that I don't really want. Okay. I think it's holding up Red Blast. Bolt. Dead. Okay. I sacrifice a land to save this guy. Yeah, I think I do. I think it's worth it. Yeah, because I need my stuff to survive. Stable, yep. Okay, so I will ponder now. Really try to hit a land. Did in fact hit land. 1, 2, 3. No shuffle. Play this. I think I play a nomad as well. Although it does open me up to getting furied. But if I play the nomad, then next turn I basically draw a land and green sun. And so by green sunning, I can play around blast. So I'm okay with this. And if this gets furied, I can just like protect it with Safekeeper this turn. So Furnace was pitched. That's coming in. We allow it. Saga. Fury. Okay, so how is Fury going to point? Two damage. Okay, so let's go. 1, 2. And I believe that means that Nomad survives, Fury, or Safekeeper dies. Okay, good. We did it right. So now that I'm here, I'm going to fetch a basic plains and a basic forest. Green Sun for 3. Trying to play around Monkey Blast. We get the Nadu. Now we start now doing it. Get a plow. Gotta hit some lands now. Okay, that's rough. I hit a lot of plows. The next turn we're taking quite a bit of heat. But the turn after that, maybe we're still in it. Assuming he doesn't have more blasts. Might have more blasts. So yeah, taking a lot of ouch, a lot of pain. Okay, that he's still holding up the treasure, so he still has access to blast. Is he bolting me here? No. So I have 4 plows to 4 creatures. Maybe I ponder for a turn. Try to find like a mana dork to make Nadu uncounterable. Found a green sun. And a land. Green sun do what I want right now? I don't think so. Like a green sun for 3. And start trying to combo off again, but if I miss on white, which is very feasible, I just die. That sounds bad. Hmm. I have 2 plows available right now. That seems like it's a lot of value to just have. So I'll go This is tough. I just want to use my plows and just not die to the board because I have such a good removal. There's no point being too greedy to just walk into things, right? So let's go 1, 2, 3, no shuffle. If I play Nadu here and it gets blasted, I just die, I think. Because if Nadu gets blasted here, yeah, then he makes the construct and makes my life miserable. Yeah, I think I plow the Fury now. And then I pass the turn. And I can always just green sun next turn to get Nadu on the field. Right now I have another plow available. Yeah, this is how we're going to do it. Pitches Welder. Makes the construct. Maybe he's going to copy that, in which case I'm able to plow it. Soul Guide, yep. Soul Guide's killing my Nadu. New land. Okay, so now I can plow that. And I take what looks like 4 damage. Let's brainstorm first to be sure. Getting blasted. Okay. We're taking the heat. But now we're okay. Okay, so is your last card a blast? It is, huh? Yep. Okay, that's how we get blasted sometimes. Okay. I do have 2 more plows, so I'm not dead. As long as there's only 2 things attacking me. The 3 things are coming in. Treasures are fine, I don't really care. I'll plow that. I will plow that. Go to 1. Pray for no bolt. Oh man. 3. Okay, just a spirit guide. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Green sun for 3. Get the Nadu. Start activating it. Sign is good. Hydroblast is great. So I activated 4 times, right? Okay, so I can prismatically end that. Yeah, so prismatic ending on the shaman. And then can hydroblast the reflection. And then I can draw 4 more cards on upkeep. He makes a construct, yeah. One, two, three. Ooh, nice. 4. Also nice. So I can get 2 more triggers at instant speed by flashing in endurance if I need to. I think I'm going to consign this one because if he gets the hasty guy or something. Yeah, so no goods for you there. Those both attack. I'm going to block. I'll block like this. I'll block like this. Okay, I'll put 1 from there to there. I don't. Yeah, I do. 1, 2, or 3, 4. So Nadu dies. But I have a new Nadu coming. 1, 2, and I had a new Nomad. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Do a green sun for 3. I'm going to time out. Sorry, I'm going to focus on time, not timing out right now. Surveil. Put that into the yard. Let's play a noble. Let's play a nomad. And now I'm going to pass the turn, or I'll attack. Yeah. Okay. Okay, let's brainstorm in step. 1, 2. Let's put these into play. Trigger on the Nadu. Okay, now we draw. 1, 2. I can just endurance myself. 3. Shoot, I don't want to time out. 1, 2, land. Okay, I will attack with the gang. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Double counters. F6. Come on, Max. That's shitty. All right, I'm bummed because I was chatting like during the game. I think that's kind of scummy to time me out like that, but like I had lethal, but you know, what you gonna do? Like he's a friend, like so I mean he's gotta do what it takes to win. I get it, but like that's shitty. Anyway, 4-1 now. I'll see you all for round 5 or round 6. All right, we're here for round 6. Let's try to shake off that last loss. Went out. I mean, as far as testing goes, I'm going to chalk that up to a W. My opponent likes to play artifact decks, and this Urza Saga kind of confirms that. Ooh, drew a Force of Will. That's probably good. I'm going to go for a tropical island into a halfling. And the next turn I'll do some cantripping to try to find Nadu and a nomad. And Safekeeper if need be. On 2. Monolith, I'm going to allow to happen. I'm not going to fight the mana. So let's start with a Brainstorm. Put away Arbor and Hedge Maze. And I think I'm going to play a Halfling here. Off of, I think, another Trop. Basically, so that next turn I can just aggressively cantrip. It's very possible that I should have forced this, by the way. I just realized that there's a good chance this gets Vexing Bauble. I was thinking it's going to get Key, at which point it becomes less valuable, but if this gets Bauble, I'm in trouble. I was just still tilted from the end of the last match. Yeah, I got Vexing Bauble. One ring? Yeah. Okay. Well, this all sucks. I can Prismatic Ending the Bauble technically, so I'm not dead. There's ways through this. Okay, so no point attacking. Another force, perfect. Kick off a Brainstorm. Hey, we found the Prismatic Ending. So things are looking up. We don't need Curator. We don't need... Curator's a clock, actually. It might be not bad. But Safekeeper combos. So put away this. Put away this. I'm going to fetch, get white, because I'm going to use it here. So I'll get a Tundra. But I'm going to ponder here. Don't want those. Fairy is kind of cool, but not just yet. Let's get this bubble out of here. and pass the turn. Okay. And I'm still just annoyed from that last match. Like, Max is a friend, and we were chatting. Timing someone out like that is just not okay. Like, I don't know. Maybe just like sucks to suck for me, but it feels bad. Mystic Forge, huh? That I'm okay with. He's got enough cards. Another Nexus from hand. Okay, Monolith off the top from Forge, I believe. It's 4 cards in hand still. Or what's coming down? Kozilek's Command or something? Making 2 things and surveilling to draw cards. I think I'm actually gonna say no to this one. End the turn there, because it's too good with Mystic Forge. Okay, so 1, or I guess I'll go play land. 1, 2, 3. I just want to also get my clock on, right? Like, there's no reason to disregard the clock. So Teferi, a minus on the 1 ring. Gets a new protection clause, but it doesn't draw 3 cards, it only draws 1. True Brainstorm, we'll use it. And Green Sun. Okay, so Green Sun and Safekeeper next turn is a Nadu combo. So that would be my plan. Okay. Key is coming down. I assume the 1 ring is also coming down, but you know. Ghost Vacuum. Can vacuum up those ghosts. Just trying to dig with Forge. Monolith from hand. So 3, 4, 5 mana available. Yep. 1 ring. Okay, so we're protected again. Okay, so first things first, I'll plus Teferi. Then 1, 2, 3, 4. Because again, protection, so no point attacking. So 4 mana. Vincent for 3, get a Nadu. Obviously, if I had the Collector Roof here, I'd be excited about that. But I don't. So let's do Safekeeper here, sack this. Drew a Nomad, perfect. Just that one will have Shroud. So now I combo off a bit. Hit a land, we love it. Hit a plow, less important. Hit a Bristly Bill, that's great. Once we get a couple more lands in play. Soul Cauldron is also not bad. So now I could fetch twice, play Bristly Bill. I think I will. So I'll do it off of Island Savannah. Island Forest. Play Bill. Put counter on Nadu. I'll do it again. Target Bill this time. Okay, I think I've targeted everyone. I'm at 7 cards in hand. It's time to pass the turn. Okay. So at this point, I basically just got to counter the, what's it called? Paradox Engine. That's the card that matters for me here. Drawing 2. And tapping that for mana, okay. Fleshraker I can counter. Which I will. I'll kill it, I think, immediately. But I'm actually going to draw a bunch of cards as soon as the next thing gets put on the stack. I'm going to fetch first, then draw a bunch. That's my plan. Okay, so now with that at instant speed, let's fetch first. Get a Savannah or Tundra into play. I'll target my Nadu. Okay, drew a Brainstorm, which is kind of what I wanted to see if I could draw. And now let's continue to nomad it up. Yeah, because as long as I can untap, I think I win. Let's put that counter on Bill. And then we can do another nomad here. Nomad on himself. Let's do that one on the halfling. Use 2 ponders, 2 more in the deck. Let's do another one on the safekeeper. I think I can also let me make sure I've used all my triggers here. We hit a force, that's good. So now I will allow this Fleshraker. Okay, now the top card of the library is in fact exiled. Okay, do I care about that? Do I care about that? Let's fetch. I think I can get a Dryad Arbor here. There's 2 more draws. Through another land, that's great. And then with this one on the stack, I can surveil. Yeah, I just want to find this last force. Surveil one, I do not want the ponder. Hit the land. I just forgot to target my halflings overall. Okay, so now I can flip the top card. Zenith. Let's brainstorm. We did not hit another force. We did hit a prismatic ending though. So I'll put Nomad on top. And since I didn't hit another force, I will let this resolve. Okay, it's going for aggressive ring drawing. Makes sense. Oh, and that's the turn, huh? Yep. Got 11 cards in hand. We gotta do cleanup time. I just attack. Getting in there. Okay. So I want Consigns. I want Gaddock Teague. I want Collector Roof. I want Deafening Silence. I don't particularly need plows. Maybe one. P9 Curator does not do much. Grizzly Bill and Safekeeper. I think I want Safekeeper to protect my good stuff. I can cut a Zenith. Maybe even, I want at least one Zenith so I can search for these things. I could probably also cut a basic Plains. Or I think actually maybe I cut Caracas in this matchup. It's just a non-fetchable, non-basic Plains. I'm going to try that. And I'm aware I'm leaving in like one plow. It's just for like, so I have a way to easily get a Shrieker off the board once I draw a bunch of cards. Okay, so this is a functional no-lander, right? It's just way too slow. An actual no-lander. Gotta go to 5. This is fine. Keep, put away Soul Cauldron and Plains. This is gonna be probably an oof first. Yeah, Vexing Bauble, yeah. Let's go Tropical Island. Ponder. Halfling pending. Yeah, I think I keep those. Next turn I can actually cast both, and then the turn after I can play in Green Sun. Or if my opponent plays a monolith here and doesn't play a key, I just hit the monolith. And they did play a key, so Much for that. If they play a ring, I can still... Okay, they found a ring. Just stop putting these things into the universe. I can still hit the key with the prismatic ending. That's what I'm going to do here. Is I'll go prismatic ending, manifold key. With white. Tapping correctly. And then I play a halfling. And pass. The next turn I can try to get either the collector oof down or... Yeah, I don't know. If there is a next turn. Okay, Forge off the top. Or Forge is rough. Three mana. Wow, that's so much mana. Monolith. Okay, what's happening next? I mean, obviously, I feel like the problem is I feel like I need to get oof to not just like lose cold on the spot. But then, like, this is also just disgusting. What's this? This is a Kozilek's command. I'm actually okay with it. Then I can maybe green sun for oof. The monolith. 5 mana. 5. Kozilek's command for 3. Setting up draws, yeah. This to me screams like I have an extra Kozilek's command. But I don't know. What do I know? My best draw would be like a safekeeper right now. Okay, I didn't draw that. So yeah, I'll green sun for a collector oof because I think that's the most critical thing to do here. Or maybe I brainstorm first. I have a land I want to get rid of. Okay, 2 lands I'll get rid of. And then, yeah, this is just a Hail Mary that's not likely to succeed, but it's still worth doing. And that is 1, 2, 3. Collect some oofs. Or I could get, like, all the expensive stuff. It's not in play yet. Maybe I do get Teague. It doesn't. There's no rings in play. Yeah, I'm gonna anticipate that he was planning on beating an oof and put a Teague into play. Hope that works. Like, I hope it's a redundant Kozilek's command. Okay. Fleshraker, disgusting. At least can't Kozilek's command me. Okay, maybe that's like a Nomad. Spectre Flute on Nomad's Encore. This is all we got going, then I can just bounce the 1 ring and be okay. Sylvan Safekeeper, okay. He does think he has a way through this. Four mana. Tap the ring, draw more cards. Yep. What's coming in? Dismember. Well, yeah, that's... He didn't have it till then, so I think I did make the right choice. Now I can just F6. I'm probably dead, but I'm not, like, literally dead. So I will continue to fight. Okay, sacking 2 of the baubles. Another key is in. Probably dead from that because you can untap ring and draw 5 more cards. This is probably a lethal turn for what it's worth. Like, I'm not likely to survive this. Oh man, yep. That kills me. I will, I think, just play it out on the off chance I survive the turn, but I don't think it's likely that I do. Because this ring is on 5 damage, so if I can somehow deal 6 to him, like, don't die. But yeah, this is not looking good. What we got? 4 mana. Karn. Total carnage. What are you going to do to me? Pithing needle. Manifold key. Draw more cards with one ring. Yeah, I die. I die to this. I will concede. Okay. I think I don't want Soul Cauldron because my stuff is mostly getting exiled. I'll put in a 4th Green Sun. And maybe a 2nd Plow over something. No. Just the 1 Plow is fine. We'll be on the play this time though. And got a turn 2 Teague after a turn 1 Halfling. Yeah, we'll keep this. Keep. Opponent's going to 6. Okay, so I will do Blooded Strand and I'll do Drop and Halfling. And then I'll probably tap these 2 and play Surveil Land. Oh no. Is 4-drop already coming down? Okay, Bobble. 1. Okay. Don't do it. Okay, Karn. As far as 4-drops go, that's maybe not the worst one. See what he gets. I will probably attack Instead of doing the surveil, I'll do an attack with the Teague, or sorry, with the Halfling. I guess I do Oof this turn and Teague next turn since I just found the Green Sun. And I can't Green Sun post Oof, I can only Green Sun pre-Oof. So let's do Savannah. 1, 2, 3. And we'll get this collector Oof. Okay. So Oof is in. Tomb is coming down. Playing the key. Dismembering my Oof, maybe? Playing 2 keys. Okay, so he doesn't have an answer yet. He could Karn for 1. He's animating this to be a blocker for Karn. Makes sense. Okay, so if I play Teague, I lose access to this Green Sun. Is that okay? Maybe I Green Sun for 1 first because I can get a Safekeeper. Protects my Collector Roof. Safekeeper. And then I will attack the Karn with both the Oof and the Halfling. Okay. And then I will play a Hedge Maze. Surveil. I want the land because I want 2 Bristol triggers. It's actually quite nice for me. Land off the top doesn't really matter, I don't think. It's 5 mana though, so maybe it's like a Mastercore or something that could get me. But he'd have to play out the Mastercore. I don't know what's in his board. Let's find out. Something good, I guess. Staring Bridge. Could be a good Ensnaring Bridge turn. Like that'd be pretty smart. Walking Ballista isn't quite going to do it though, because this Teague. Okay, so I can do it right now. But not too effectively. So first things first, I'm going to play Bill. And he's got to respond to this. Nope. Okay, I'll push here. I'll put a counter on the Oof, I guess. All right, activated abilities can't be activated. That's what's going on here. I don't know why I was thinking I was like in trouble. I'm not. We're good. Then let's do this one here. We'll go green, white, Teague. Then I'll attack Karn, attack Karn. Ballistic can't do much. I think we've got control of this game now because 4-drops and big things can't come down. I can protect my creatures. Yeah, I got the set of answers ready. There's not much you can do here, I don't think. And then to fairy as well, huh? 1, 2, 3 to fairy. I'll bounce the ballista. Oh no, I got the match instead. Cool. So we're 5-1 now. I do kind of feel like we're functionally 6-0, but what you gonna do? Yeah, Uberdub lost. Bummer. Telling him that since he did that to me, it's better win. But oh well. Yeah, we're 5-1. I will see you all for round 7. Hello, we're back for round 7, I think. Yeah, 7. On the draw, I'm gonna keep this one. It's a little bit speculative, but it's got removal. It's got 2 nomads. It's got a brainstorm. It's got a force. My opponent Joseba has quite a range, and so I want to not, get pigeonholed. So yeah, Eldrazi. I will play a nomad. I don't really mind if this nomad gets killed, and I have a backup land now. Can't force this creature, so yeah, Fleshraker is in. Probably Petal to follow up, is my guess. Something like that. No, nothing. Okay. So I'll brainstorm first since I found this fetch land already. I can put away a nomad and one of the lands, I think the Savannah, because I'm going to fetch it. Yeah, I can fetch Savannah here. And then I can plow the Fleshraker and attack with Nomad's Encore. The next turn I can Fairy bounce something, or I can force another Fleshraker. Nope, something bigger and worse. An uncomfortable Thought-Knot Seer, so that's probably going to take the Green Sun Zenith. It does mean that my Teferi bounce is effective, though, because I will be able to draw that random card off the top and slow them down. Slow them down. Okay, he took the Teferi. What does that mean? What does it mean that he took the Teferi? He's not worried about this Green Sun Zenith. That means he has another Thought-Knot Seer, or is going to destroy my board or something like that. But I think I just hold back. Yeah, because I mean, this is my Nadu right now. I think my play is kind of scripted. He attacks, I don't block. He could just blow up my lands too with like a double, what's it called? Yeah, Myco Spawn. Yep. A little rough. That's what happens. Nothing I can do about that. Probably lose another land here. Okay. I did continue to hit lands though. That's good, I think. And I will just hang back. I'm going to surveil in the end step. 4. Nope. What you doing? Attacking? Yeah, I'm going to take 7 here. Next turn's where I start blocking. Okay. What you got for me? 4. Thought-Knot Seer. Kozilek's Command. Looks like a Kozilek's Command or something. He's trying to figure out how to set it to be large enough to blow something up and make spawns. Nope, just to challenge someone. Okay. So let's surveil. Let's get green. Edge maze. Safekeeper does not do me any good. Okay. So I will green sun for 1 here. And I guess I'll get a hierarch or a halfling. Doesn't matter. Don't think it matters, but I'll get the hierarch. And then I just take the beats. And so I trump block. First I surveil to see if a land is coming. And then I make my blocks accordingly. So yeah, archive, let's see if I have a land coming. No, but I do have a Nadu coming. So since I have a Nadu coming, I will block. Like that. And then I'll redirect all 4 damage. 1. 2. 3. 4. So the noble is super ultra dead. And the nomads survive. So I can survive a single instance of some sort of ready to blow up my stuff. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, we play a Nadu. Yep. Okay. Okay, so I've targeted Nadu once. I'm going to just pay attention here. I got burned by chatting too recently. So I can hit 2 lands. Okay, hit 1 land. Which is not enough. I did draw my 6 cards though, so I will pass the turn. So you're gonna get Devourer of Destiny probably. And that's what makes sense in my opinion. But I do get to do a lot more targeting. So I Mecha Spawn. Gonna blow up my lands. Or maze me or something like that. Okay. I miss 2012 Legacy. That's when I miss. 2012 was the best Legacy. Yeah, that. Okay, so something uncounterable is happening to me. What is it? Sylvan Mega Spawn can't be countered. Yes. Okay. Blast Zone. That's the plan. Yeah, that makes sense. So I'll wait for him to activate it, then I'll fetch, and then do the nomads with the Dryad Arbor too. That's my plan. So he's going to crack it. So now I start comboing. Okay. And then I can also even fetch my Dryad Arbor to do it more. Seems worth. Okay. I lose my 1-drops. Now I'm in pretty good shape. I've drawn quite a few cards and I can prismatically end this chalice. If he attacks with both, I don't know what he's doing here. But chalice, no, I'm going to counter that. Force pitching one of my Nadus. If he attacks with both, I block both. Attacks with just that one. Still, I trump with Dryad Arbor, I believe. It's the least expensive option of my options right now. Yeah, so I will eat this if he attacks, so I think that this is a bad attack. Or, I mean, just Thought Knot is the best attack, so Mega Spawn is a mistake. Okay. So now I just see how many like white sources I have in the deck. Ooh, that does make my life easier. My fetch lands now work. So I can go green, white, prismatic ending, chalice, x equals 2, 1, 2. And then I can play a halfling. I can fetch, I suppose, for the nomad. Make sure I have it first. Yeah, I don't have white. That was why I checked. Um, I guess I'll get the island since Yavimaya is there. And then I can brainstorm. Or I mean, I can plow this always. So the fact of the matter is, why wouldn't I plow it? Yeah, I think I'll just brainstorm. Okay, hit land. But it doesn't tap for colorless. So I'll put away Zenith and I'll put Nomads on top. Yeah, Nomads on top. I already played land. That was a mistake. Okay, I'm just gonna pass. I have the plow if I need it. So I can discard Green Sun and I suppose Nadu to Teferi. Okay, so now I can plow the true name to draw the nomads whenever I want. Let's see if he attacks. Okay, just that. I will plow it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Using, that's right, I have Ugin mana. Well, he has the mana. That makes sense. That would be why I should have done this earlier. Fletchraker. I draw. Okay, so now I need to win this turn. 1, 2, 3. Get a Bristly William into play. And let's check. I have a forest and a plains. Okay, so Bristly Bill. Play Nomad. Play land. Target here. Drew a forest. That's nice. Now I just do hits. All the hits. Okay. I've used how many plows? I've used 2 plows. There's another plow. Great. Okay, so now I can go green, green, get Zenith X equals 1, get a halfling, have 1 more plow in the deck. And now I can, I guess I can do that. I can just attack for 5 right now. Then yeah, I'll need to just immediately plow the Mega Spawn. Discard. I'll discard a Green Sun Zenith, and I'll discard a Ponder. And I'll discard a Brainstorm. Okay. Yeah, no more timing out. I'm gonna stop chatting and focus. So I do have control of the game as long as I don't screw it up. A double force. I have a bunch of draws. I only have 15 cards in deck, but that should be fine. I can double counters and attack for lethal and stuff next turn, no problem. It's one at a time. I will let resolve. Got a Devourer of Destiny, yeah. That's fine. I do have another Nadu in hand. But again, I'm not trying to draw that many more cards. This is quite a slog, though. Just have to make sure not to lose it. I'm at a little bit too low of life, which is why I'm worried. So we'll see what he does. I'm going to counter whichever one's counterable, and obviously not counter the other one. This one can't be countered. It's targeting the bill. So I'll put... I'm just going to try to diversify my my counters on creatures, or did I put them all on Nadu? I think I diversify. And then I'll put another one here. I'll tap for 2 life. Planes. Put a counter on the halfling. Okay. That's 4 mana, so I can't activate Bill. So yeah, Bill's gone. Goodbye, Bill. I hope you had an excellent adventure. Okay, so now that's what he's doing. He's making it uncounterable to me. Let's... So just untap, draw. Drew another land. Okay, so 1, 2. Let's play a Soul Cauldron. Can pump things up as I see fit. Play a land too, why not? I can attack. Just like that. Nadu gets in there for 5. Ponder. Unite Curators are probably a good draw. 1, 2, 3. This is just a 7/7. Yeah, that's how I'm going to do this. Okay. It's just a 7/7 coming through. is can eat like the chalice or whatever. Probably going to plow my own Nadu for life, depending upon specifically what Seba does here. Yeah, this Fleshraker is counterable, so I will counter it. Pitching a Nadu. I go to 1. Oh yeah, because of again, this is always counterable because it needs colorless. So I can plow my own, like, whatever, and then force again if I need to. Colorless command for 8. So yeah, I'm going to plow my own 2/3 halfling. All right, I can tap that. 1. That's okay. I have a dead noble. Use that. Put a counter on my nomads. Okay. 2. The forest, right? 3, 4, 5. Okay. You can attack with both. He doesn't. So now I can go 1, 2. 3, 4. Now it's a 7/7. And then we got the game. Okay, I'm down on time, but I did get the game. So I want consigns. Fatigue is like, basically want consigns. And what don't I want? Ponders. Not that much time. I want endurance after that last game, so I can just like power through more aggressively. And then I can cut Keen-Eye Curator. It's just a big. Nothing wrong with being a big, but I just don't know if I need it. Yeah, let's do that. Okay. Submit. I'm gonna try to play fast. I played really slow at the end to not lose. This hand is fine, I think. It's got an answer for the turn 1 chalice, which is kind of something I expect. It's got a soul cauldron too. So even if my dryad gets wastelanded, all my creatures will tap for green. Herald, okay. Let's play Edge Maze. Don't think I want force. Need to use this brainstorm to like brainstorm, I think. Thought not. I guess well, gross. Okay, so my land's getting blown up. But I'm just gonna F6 it. Just gotta try to play faster because I'm down on time. Okay, I'll play Archive. Do want Green Sun. Pass. Evugan. Coming in for 6. That's ouchy. Lots of pain. Devourer of Destiny is in his hand. I know about that. So I think that getting rid of this Mecha Spawn is worthwhile. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do white and green. Prismatic ending here. I meant the Heralds. I said the wrong thing. I'll just F6 it. Yeah, now Devourer costs 7 again. Okay, so now I'm going to brainstorm. Got a halfling and a plow. So I'll put away Arbor and basic planes. Play this. Play the most delightful of halflings, or delighted of halflings. The halfling is delight, that's the point. And then I'll pass. It gets dismembered. Okay. I'm already only at 9 life, so I need to plow this Microspawn. I just don't have time. Okay, so Nomads is nice. Devourer of Destiny is in his hand, though. So let's do Tundra. I guess I do it anyway, because it uses my mana effectively. No, I don't. Yeah, I do. Here we go. Let's get that Nadu. Okay. So what's going on now? Uncontrollable Devourer. It will at least trigger. Yep. Hit a halfling. Fairy. 1, 2, 3. I think I'm going to Teferi Plus. Or minus on nothing? Teferi minus on nothing. Okay, and then use both my Surveil lands. So I think I will play out this Caracas. And then a Nomad to block. I'm hoping that this Nomad gets Soul or Blast Zoned, at which point I can then use the Agatha Soul Cauldron with the Halfling to recreate that. Putting me to 2 life, huh? I'll block. Gotta block, basically. Chalice on 1, rude. Really rude, actually. Have I used Dried Arbor yet? No. Cool. Soul Cauldron. Okay, so that's going to be my way out of this situation. I've got to go to 2 and then 1. The One Ring. Don't know why. Doesn't even matter how hard you try. Okay. Draws a card, yep. Get the Arbor. Let's exile Nomad. Counter there. Okay, that was good. So I can go 1, 2, 3. I can bounce the Chalice to play one of these, but that doesn't quite do much because the Devourer is still coming in. He can board wipe me. Let's bounce the Devourer of Destiny. Found a Force of Will. Yep. No attacking. Point. Shit, I need to go way faster. I am in the sideboard. I am going to say that since we were chatting, I'd appreciate if you don't time me out if I am almost locked to win. You don't time me out if I look like I'm comboing and very likely to win. I think I'll bring Curator back in and cut Endurance, basically to have more beats on. This hand is good. Keep. Save it going to 6. So I will lead on Arbor so I can Green Sun for 1 if I want to. He said don't worry about that. Yeah, I told him it already happened today. Yeah. So yeah, I'm going to lead on Arbor. So I can Green Sun for Noble. Okay, so Arbor pass. And what are we doing? We hit land. Okay, well, we lose that. We did hit land there. I think I go Archive. Playing on top seems good. Next turn I can go Forest Halfling. Or I guess like, yeah, Forest Halfling seems fine. I'll do Trop Halfling. I'm just F6 in here. I know it's a giveaway, but you would find out quickly that I don't have an answer. Green Sun. So I'm going to get Green Sun X equals 1 for a Safekeeper. Or do I get a Noble to make sure I have enough? I think I get a Noble. Then I play a Shaman and pass. Yep, and now I'm in trouble, but let's see how much damage Joseba can do to me. Oh god. I'm ruined. The Natty. Okay, so at least I can curate. That's rough. Okay, so now I can do land creature with this, with my Arbor. Trying to combine to be efficient here. It's fine. Dryad Arbor is land and creature. Okay, Nadu is good. It's also a blue card for force. I'm gonna do attack because he can't block. Yeah, so I'll do artifact and instant. 7/7 coming in. Okay. That's how I'm gonna run this. Okay, here's hoping that I can counter this Kozilek's command. Or Microspawn or whatever it is. Yep. Counter the Microspawn. I guess I have to. Rough though. Auto yield. Yep. Gotta land. Got the Cradle, yeah. I think I have to. Okay. Let it happen. I take pain. 7I. Searching up I, yep. Like a Thought-Knot Seer that I can counter. I still take 4. Hit the Heralds, oh my god. I still die here, oh my god. Wow. Okay, well he beat me the old-fashioned way. Yeah. Okay. Well, I lost. That sucks. I might still be able to X2 my way into this thing. My opponents have been doing really well. So I'm going to give it a shot. I will see you all for round 8. All right, we're against the Grim Lavamancer. The opponent's got quite a range. Most recently, they've been on mono red. Needs a mulligan this hand. It doesn't have enough going for it against like mono red Stompy. This hand is quite a bit better since I can force. So I'll keep. I'll get rid of the Safekeeper. I'm going to try to ponder into good stuff. Like a white source and a brainstorm, maybe? Hell yeah. Okay, 1, 2, 3, no shuffle. So, ideally I don't need to brainstorm, or need to force. Also looks like my opponent's not on mono red Stompy. The reasons why we love brainstorm. Thoughtseize is me, okay, so I'll learn a lot from this. What they take will inform what I do. Took a plow. So they might be on Froginator. I'm gonna pass with this brainstorm because I want to get a better sense of what they're on by the time I make all my decisions with cantripping. Thoughtseize again. I will brainstorm this time. Okay, Teferi is nice. Prismatic Ending is nice. I guess I'll put away land, and I'll put Prismatic Ending on top. Or I could put away both forces and have them. Nah, that's worse. Or is it? If I put away both forces, they could just pick one of my 2 main spells. I'm going to assume that they're on tempo and not Reanimator. Given that they didn't rip either force, they ripped the plow first. So yeah, I'll put away both forces. I'll let them pick which removal spell, air quotes, to do. And then I'll fetch. Okay, so they ripped that, which makes me think that they probably have days. Ponder, okay. Maybe they are Reanimator. They shuffled though. I'm not going to walk into days, however. So let's do a Surveil. Edge Maze. Brainstorm seems good. Quite a powerful magic card. Let's cast it. Oops, with blue mana. Okay, this is great. So Soul Cauldron is also nice to have on top, maybe. So I'll put Archive, Soul Cauldron on top. I really do think they have days. Play this. Play a Noble. Pass. Yeah. Brainstorming some more. Maybe they are on combo. The Froginator day or a Tempo day? Who's to say? Okay. It's a lot of turns to like not commit to the board if you're not comboing. That's my concern here. Okay, fetching. Double blue. Alright, that's fine. Frog is fine. We permit the frog. Permit the frog. It's funny. Let's plow. Then play a Soul Cauldron. Around days, not around force. That's fine. Okay, so they are Reanimator Force pitching days. Okay. We are learning new things. Pondering. Now that we know the Reanimator, it does help guide my decision-making process. Chose not to shuffle. Does just Entomb Reanimate? Thoughtseize, okay. Well, goodbye to Fairy. Now I fetch, and I get Blue-White Surveil. Don't want Halfling. I want Green Sun. I think I just hold that land in case I like draw a Bristly Bill or whatever. Yeah, I'm just going to hold the land back. But it does not feel good here. Okay, they're bidding a daze, so we're not fighting the best fight either direction here. I really want a Green Sun. He'll land. I'll play one of my lands. I'm also not going to attack. I'm going to represent Force of Will. They're good enough player to recognize it. Pausing. See what they do. They chose no shuffle. And they're passing. I will ponder. Green Sun. Great. 1, 2, 3. No shuffle. And I'll go 1, 2, 3. Green Sun for 2. And we'll see if this gets forced. It did not. Okay, so I will get a Keen-Eyed Curator. And I'll attack for 1 so they can't get Archon anymore. Because if they're at 8 life, they can't reanimate Archon. Petty Theft, huh? Well, I guess I'll exile something. Doesn't matter. Get Ponder. Get out of here, Ponder. Now are they going to reanimate me? No. They just Thoughtseize me? No, now I'm getting reanimated. Gross. Okay, so they are in fact on it. Is this reanimate go to 1? It is. Okay. They found Animate Dead, Fatal Push. Let's see what they pick. Entomb Animate Dead is, and Valley is like probably the easiest bit to do here. Psychic Frog, animate dead, fatal push, wasteland. Maybe they already have it in Tomb. Psychic Frog, animate dead, fatal push, wasteland. So I know these three now. That's not ideal. Obviously, this is going to get fatal pushed, but I mean, what am I supposed to do? Yep. It is what it is. I take a lot of pain. Ouch, ouch, ouch. Gonna take the hit, let them draw the card. I don't know what I need here, but it's something good. Okay, yep. Makes sense to hit my white. It's where I'm most restricted. Yeah, I misread matchup, which is maybe the problem here. That might be good for me. This might be a shot back into the game if I draw another Teferi. Well, I drew a Force of Will. That's not going to do it. Because the frog can fly and Atraxis flying, so. I want carpets, I want Veil. I want Endurance, I want Macabres. I don't really want Forces. I don't really want Prismatic Ending. And then the most cuttable remaining card is like Safekeeper or Bristly Bill. It's probably Bristly Bill. I feel like I'm winning and losing by more than Bristly Bill. Changes things up. And Safekeeper is still protection. So I'll run it back like that. Okay, on the play. This hand is so close to being reasonable. Gonna ship it. This hand is fine. I'll keep it. I'm going to put away one of the carpets. Yeah. And then I'll surveil. I just need green. I'm gonna bin the Ponder. I already have a Brainstorm if I whiff on land. And I'd rather just be more likely to redraw naturally into a land. Let's Ponder. Or Brainstorm, I mean. Hey, we hit. Okay, so I'm gonna put away a Nadu and a Green Sun. Or a Nomad and a Green Sun. I'm going to fetch Savannah. I'm going to play a Carpet. And add 0 mana because my opponent has not fetched. Okay. So let's see what happens. Hopefully this is just like an end step in Tomb. Troll cycle, okay. That's not the biggest deal. Underground Sea. Yeah. Can beat a troll, so I'm not going to blow the macabre on a reanimation on the troll. Yep, I'm just going to let it happen. No thoughts. Let's say yes. Let's add blue. Let's play out the Nadu. This gets removed or whatever. I have a backup one. Didn't get removed or whatever, so that's even better. And then if it does, if I have to fight through something harder, I do have, more stuff coming. I didn't want to expose the nomads. I wanted to use my mana efficiently, so this is how I'm doing it. Ponder, okay. Ponder away. After a long think, they chose not to shuffle. I will say yes to this. I'm going to add white mana. Play nomad. Might get countered. It does indeed. I'm going to play this Noble Hierarch. And I will attack with this Nadu. The race is on. As long as I stay at 13, I am one above where I need to be. So I'm not going to fetch yet. At no point fetching here because 7 is much more than 6. Thoughtseize me. Deal. Give me Thoughtseize. I don't know which one they're going to take. Nadu, okay. I think they've gotten out to this one. Attack. Put him to 2. I'm just going to hold on to this Tundra because I don't need to jam it out yet. I'm going to just take this, go to 1. I hope there's no Bowmaster. No orcs, por favor. At 1 life. This is upkeep Bowmaster. Okay. Well, I can't beat that, can I? Cannot beat that. Oh, this is rough. Okay, I just lose. Bummer. Okay. Well, 5 and 3 now, that sucks. But yeah, 1 more and I'll try to get there. See you all for round 9. Hello, we're back for round 9. We are against Splev, who looks to be a KarnForge enjoyer. This hand, I think, is a keep. It's got, if I draw well, it's got to turn 2 Nadu. Otherwise, it's got turn 2 Nomads and other stuff, turn 3 Nadu. Both of which are kind of similar. I think it's Savannah pretty clearly here. As the opening land, I open on Halfling. And then if I draw a land, I will jam out the Nadu. If I don't draw a land, I will go for the... Or if I draw a land, do I just jam out to Fairy and bounce something? Maybe that's the play. Depending upon what their opening is. Because then the following turn I'll have plenty of mana to work with. So yeah, I think I'm going to bounce this Monolith here if I draw land, which I did. We'd love to see it. Okay, so Tundra. White, blue, Fairy. 1, 2, 3. Send that back to hand. Okay. Yeah, the idea here, if I draw an untapped land, I'm in great shape for this plan. The thought here is that I'm just delaying my opponent by just enough that I can set them back a turn and not like walk into a Kozilek's command or something. Now they have 4 mana though, so maybe it's One Ring time. Nope, it's a key first. Gross. Five mana. What you got? What are you doing to me? Kozilek's command? Looks like it. Yep, killing the thing and scrying X to draw a card. Okay. That's fine, because we have what we need here. So let's draw for turn. Okay, archive. Start with a brainstorm here. Okay, so I'll put away the 2 tapped lands. I'll put away one of the 2 tapped lands and Dryad Arbor. Yeah, I'll put Arbor and then I'll put Archive on top. And then I can actually play this tapped land. Get rid of the Archive. I will redraw the Arbor, but that's okay. Well, 4 mana next turn, so even if they get rid of the Nomads, I can continue to combo. Yeah, I like how I set this up. And obviously, this could get a Vexing Bubble, so I should be aware of that as far as protection goes. Urza's Workshop, they're 1 mana, 1 artifact short of having this tap for multiple. Alright, now they're untapping, so they'll have 4. Now they have, 3 more mana and a Mystic Forge. Uh-oh. 4 more mana. The key is +1. Costs 2 to untap a monolith, which adds 3, so. Now it's time for the One Ring. I don't know why. No, okay, Kozilek's command. That's great. I was able to successfully bait that. And I do have a Nomads, so we're doing okay. +1 to Fairy, before I forget. Play this. I'm going to fetch a basic Forest. 1, 2, 3. Play Nadu. Then play another Nomad. And then I'm going to draw some cards. Force of Will is good, but only good if this doesn't get a Vexing Bauble, which it probably will. So 4 cards in. Unfortunately, none of those were land. So in my opponent's, I'm going to let my opponent finish their tutoring before I take any actions. They did get the bauble. They might think like they have it all clear. And there's a chance that I could draw a Prismatic Ending and a land, which would certainly get in their way there. So let's do this. Okay, Halfling, Ponder, land. So now I'm going to brainstorm off of basic island. And at the very least, I'm putting back Dryad Arbor. I'll put back Green Suns, Dryad Arbor. Now I can go target again, flip the Arbor. And now I can continue to flip a little more. I have one more hit. Is it a land? It's not, but it is a Prismatic Ending. Okay. So we're close. If we survive the turn. Which is a big if. It has become an even bigger if. I think this can get like Paradox Engine. And then I am pretty dead. Yeah. Yep. So how this works is they get Paradox Engine here. They cast a spell, any spell. Untap everything, which means that they have a bunch of looks with Mystic Forge to get whatever they need. And then I am defeated. The Fleshraker beats me, yep. So we concede. Okay. Well, we look good, and then it didn't quite pan out. Okay, so I want Gaddock Teague, I want the Consigns. I want Deafening Silence. I want Collector Oof. I don't really want the Curator. I don't think I need Soul Cauldron either. I need also Mojo to stop lagging. Things are not working as I want them to. Let's see here. What else? Cut the full set of plows. Or cut 2 of them and cut 1 Green Sun. And cut basic plains. Or Crocus. I established Crocus is the better cut. Don't know why that big black circle showed up again, but I will deal. I'm going to run it like this. Okay. Keep. Turn 1 halfling. I mean, it's the same kind of hand, but I don't know. Hopefully it goes better. I think it was right last time. I just got a little unlucky. Like I went through a lot of lands, hand or cards not to hit land. Because when you think about it, like the deck is a third land. So I went through like 8 cards to hit 1. That's, you know, a bit under what I wanted. I would like 2, ideally. This is 4 men on turn 1. 5 mana on turn 1. What's happening? Karn, okay. Karn on turn 1. What are you getting? With your Carnies. What incarnation is happening? The One Ring, okay. So I could... If I bounce the One Ring, it cuts them off a little bit. I think I'm better off. I play Nadu here. Could also brainstorm and halfling attack. Let's brainstorm and see what I can hit. I have consigns, those are good hits. Okay, didn't hit those. Safekeeper's okay though. So I'll put away Archive and one of the nomads. I'll play this. I'm going to go for a Safekeeper for safekeeping. Yeah, I think I just don't want to get got by like dismembers in the lake. And this way, if Karn ticks down again, there's no more Karn on the field. Okay, Grim Monolith is coming in for the One Ring. Oh no. Oh, I just die. Okay. Well, this is impressive. Yeah, this is how we lose. Because now the ring's going to draw, untap, draw again, untap again, draw again, and then as soon as he casts a spell, it all untaps again. I'm dead. Wow. Okay. Well, we had a good start to this tournament. I hope my quality of play didn't fall off too hard after I got tilted in the painter match. But you can see here that I am dead many ways. And my opponent's got this. GG. I will concede. Okay. Well, disappointing 5-4 loss. But what you gonna do? I tried hard. Did well for a while. Yeah, I'll see you all next week for some more good Magic prepping for Eternal Weekend. Let's review the deck real quick. Yeah, I think the deck was fine. Maybe another piece of removal, but I don't really know at what cost. I didn't play against mono red much. The Hydroblasts I think are good there. I didn't see the consigns in the Eldrazi match. That would have made a difference. Anyway, yeah, I think things were pretty good as far as the overall build of the deck goes. I'm excited to play this at Eternal Weekend, and yeah, I hope that you're able to learn something from this pretty long 4-hour video. So yeah, I'll see you soon. Bye bye.